So glad you joined me. Man, I think after you're done, you're going to feel so good that you're going to want to do this again and again. I mean, that's our goal, to feel better. Hey, maybe even look better too, right? But it's all for free, so please share it. Share it so everybody can enjoy it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit like. Now, you're going to be surprised at how fast you're going to gain strength, at how fast you're going to feel good about yourself again. All right, let's get started. Now, these are just side to sides as we warm up. If you want to make it more intense, you can jump, put a little jump in there. And we're going to hit our 10-second warning right now, and then we're going to take a 10-second break. Now, while we're taking our break, I'm going to give us our first verse for the day. That's 1 Thessalonians 5:11 that says, "Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing." You can see our next exercise is jumping jacks. Now, this is an encouraging verse. I want to read it to you again. "Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing." All right, now if you noticed in the corner, you will see a low impact side of each exercise. So if you want to do something a little bit lower impact, you'll see it at the beginning of each exercise down in the corner. We're getting ready to come up on our 10-second rest, so take some deep breaths right here. And I never want you to overdo it. So you can see up next we have marching in place. Marching in place is next. Man, we want to not only encourage one another, but I want to encourage you today as well for just saying, yes, I want to work out. I think that when you're done, you are going to feel amazing. You know, from Scripture, we are called to be encouragers. So we have to ask ourselves, are we encouragers? Are we discouragers? We don't want to discourage, and we want to encourage. All right, we're coming up on our 10-second break now. 10-second break, so take some deep breaths. Up next, we have knee with pull downs. You can see we're going to throw a knee and just kind of pull down. That's the low impact video. So you can follow with me. Try to stay at the same timing as I'm going. This is really good for the whole body, including the low back. Just think about people who need to be encouraged today. There's a lot of them, isn't there? Maybe there's someone that is kind of on your mind right now, switch legs, that you could call or that you could email today. See, God calls us to be encouragers. I know sometimes people can really kind of get on your nerves, right? But, man, we are called, God calls us to be more than that. We don't want to be discouragers. We want to encourage people. All right, let's keep going. We're coming up on our 10-second break in just a few seconds. Don't forget to breathe now. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, it's break time. And up next, we have cross-arm leg kicks. So we're just going to cross arms and get a little kick, unless you want to do the low impact, which is just step over and cross your arms. Here we go. Now, during this exercise, I really want you to focus on your breath. If you need to slow down, do it. Maybe you want to speed up, do it. Maybe you want to kick higher than what I'm kicking, do it. It's all up to you. I'm just proud that you're saying yes to exercise and you want to keep your body moving, because it is important for us, really important for not just the body, but the mind as well. All right, we're into our 10-second break. Up next, side leg raises. You can use a chair for this if you'd like. You know, for so many, to exercise isn't something they want to do. And I understand it can be hard. It takes some discipline. But you're doing it. Yes, you're doing it. And I'm telling you, when you're done, you're going to feel great and you're going to be happy you did it. It's not just the body that's exercising. It's a refreshing of the mind and also your breathing, right? So you're breathing and getting all of that oxygen into your bloodstream, and it's super good for you. Okay, it's break time. Take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to do side hammers. See those? Side hammers. And if you'd like, you can do a little switch foot in there. You can follow me on that. It's a little bit complicated. Maybe kind of a cool dance move. If you want to do a little dance move and impress everyone, there you go. You can do that right there. And I'm so proud of you just because you're willing to say yes. And some of these exercises that we do, you're going to feel maybe a little bit sore, and that's okay. That's a good thing. All right, we're going to take our 10-second break. Up next, we have front kick with a punch. Kick punches up next. These are pretty fun, with just a little twist of difficulty, because you're doing opposite hand and opposite foot. And if you can, bring your hands back to the waist like you see me doing, if you can do it. If not, that's all right. And just focus on your balance, the kick itself, the punch at the same time. I'd really like you to do this routine at least 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week, that should be our goal. Coming up on our break, let's take a little break now. Take some deep breaths, just kind of swing your arms around. Up next, we have leg touches with a kick. Okay, so we're going to stretch our leg up and just touch our leg. You can see I'm doing opposite arm. God designed our bodies to move. You know that. I mean, when we move like this and we sweat and we stretch, it's so good for the body. In fact, you're going to find that this workout will become easier and easier. Why? Because you're getting stronger and stronger. And that's perfect. That's great. All right, we're getting ready for our rest. So let's take a little breather. And now we're going to touch our toes up next. Just twist as far as you can and just reach down as far as you can. I like to call these turning toe touches. So as you come up, keep your back nice and straight. Don't twist too far, though, if you have a back problem, okay? So don't go too far. All right, let's take a little breather. Next, I call these prayer lunges. Prayer lunges. And so with a little knee at the end, okay? So these are really good for you. And here we're going to do a couple extra because of how awesome this exercise is for you. And I really want you to push it here, okay? So let's not give in. And as you crouch down, go down as far as you can and bring your knee up nice and high. I want to give you that verse again just so we can try to memorize it. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:11. It says, "Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you're doing." Man, we need to do that. We need to be encouragers. And when we're done today, we are going to feel so good that we will want to encourage at least one person, right? At least one person. And by you just doing that, encouraging someone, you realize it's going to encourage you. Perfect. All right, don't give up. Come on, you got this. Last one. Push it. Yes. All right, it's break time. Take a little breather. Yes. Very good. Keep your arms. We have 4 touches with a shuffle. So we're going to touch the floor, reach down, touch the floor, put a little shuffle in there too. And once again, you can speed this up. You can slow it down. You can clear more space along the floor. Whatever works for you. Just don't quit. All right, get ready for our break now. All right, it's time. Let's take a little breather. Up next, we're going to touch the bottom of our feet, if able, with our opposite hand. If you can, bring your foot up as high as you can. This will really help you with your balance. Also has a stretch element in there and strength. All right, it's time for a little break time. And up next, these are called half moon steps, where we sweep our back foot around, put it in front of us, and pull it right back again. Sweep around, pull it back. Sweep around, pull it back. These are really great for the small tendons in our ankles and in our feet. You want to keep your hands on your hips while you do them, and don't forget to focus on your breathing. Okay, we're very focused on our breathing here, and we're going to do a few extra reps here because this is really a simple yet very effective exercise. Okay, up next we have shoulder rotations with a march, if able. Now you're going to notice that all of my fitness routines are to help the entire body. We really need to work on those shoulders and keep them strong so that we can just do basic things, right? So we want our shoulders to be nice and strong, and so we've got to give them some attention. All right, it's time for a little breather, little break here. Up next is calf raises. You know, sometimes we can ignore our calves, but we got to keep them strong so that we can keep working, or even just to walk up and down stairs, things like that. This will also help strengthen your Achilles tendon as well. Notice we roll back on our heels and then forward on the balls of our feet. Do you see that? So there's forward and back, forward and back. All right, it's time for a little breather. And we're going to bend at the waist. Try to keep your chin up if you can. And this is going to be our hamstring stretch. Really good for a strengthening of the low back. I guess that's why I love these things. We're going to do it later on too, but with our legs further apart. Keep going, keep breathing, guys. Don't forget to breathe now. We're just keeping a lot of breathing here. We're keeping our chin up. All right, let's take a little breather. Up next, I call these bird kicks. They're a little bit weird, but they're kind of fun. Require a little dexterity, so just kind of follow along with me. This is working many muscles at the same time with also a stretch element in there and balance improvement as well. Man, you are doing so good. Keep it up. Let's push through this together. Don't give up. So when you throw your arms back, kind of lean forward a little bit too. And we want to make sure we're working both legs. So we use both legs here. All right, well done. Up next is kneeling. Now this is what we'll do anytime we go to the floor. Anytime we go to the floor or we get up, this is the proper way to do it so that we avoid injury. And by just doing these, we'll get you much stronger on being able to get down or get up and go down as well. Very good. Now what we're going to do is circle rotations. circle rotation. So we're just going to balance on one foot, and we're going to draw circles with the other foot. And we're going to do it continuous. Now, if you find yourself falling off balance, no big deal. Just put your foot down and start all over again. Really good for our hips and balance as well. You know, many people have hip problems nowadays, so we've got to stretch and work out our hip joints to avoid injury in the future. Yep, whoops, you can see me bouncing around too. It's okay. We just laugh about it, put our foot down, and get back at it. If you've had hip problems, be careful here. You might even want to do it with a chair. All right, let's take a little breather. Might want to stretch out just a little bit. Stretch your legs. Bring your knee to your chest. That's always good. I enjoy doing those. All right, let's take a little breather. Now we have leaps. We're just going to kind of leap up into the air. So we're going to crouch down and then leap up. Really good for our legs, our low back, our shoulders. Man, if you want to go harder, you know you can actually jump at the end. Try it if you'd like. Otherwise, just stay with me. And if you have low back issues, don't go down quite so far. Just go down a little bit. But let's keep on pushing. No giving up. Come on. Coming up on our rest time. All right, very good. Let's take a little breather. 10-second breather. Up next, butt kicks. Easy exercise. Easy. But man, it's really good for the legs. And let's face it, I think everyone needs a little butt kicking now and then, right? All right, it's rest time. Let's take a little rest. Up next, we have back rotations. You can kind of see how I have my hands up and I'm rotating. That's the low impact side, so you're going to take your time on the rotations. For everyone else, you're just going to go the same speed as me. Make sure you don't go too far when you first start these. They're really good for your low back, though. All right, it's rest time. Up next, we have lunges with our hands on our hips. Now, you can use a chair for this. Chairs are pretty nice for this one. So hands on our hips, and we're just going to switch feet as we bring our knee down close to the floor. All right, it's rest time. Now we're going to go down on the floor now, so take your time getting down there, and we're going to be on our hands and knees for a breathing and stretching of our back. So we just drop down, and what we're going to do is we're going to arch our back kind of like a cat, and then exhale as you arch downward and lift your chin up. This is really all about the breathing and the stretching. Once again, important for your spine, your back, so you can be healthy. Now we're going to flip over on our back, nice and slow. And we're going to do some knee raises. You can see that. Just going to lift the knee to the chest while keeping the other knee up. So one knee is up. Don't forget to push your hips down to the floor. That's really important. Keep your hips flat, your low back flat on the floor. That also actually works your abs, your stomach muscles at the same time. Okay, stay right down on the floor. Up next, we have a bridge. You can see we're just going to lift our hips really nice and high in the air. So we're going to bridge nice and high. So keep your hands flat on the floor. We're just going to lift our hips up nice and high. Keep going. All right, and time. Next, we're going to do leg raises. Okay, so we put both our legs straight, and we're just going to alternate one leg, then the other. Okay, and while you're doing it, don't hold your breath. Okay, don't forget, don't hold your breath. And you really want to tighten your abs and your stomach muscles the whole time. So we really need to focus on our core strength, because if that gets weak, man, it can affect many other parts of our body. Okay, we have a little breather, and we're going to do knee to chest stretch, where we just stretch that knee up. And if you can, kind of pull it to the opposite side. You can do a little pull to the opposite side, and you want to just hold it there for a few seconds. So we lift it and hold, lift it and hold. This is really good for low back issues and sciatica as well. All right, time. Let's move on to crunches. So you can put your hands behind your head or even across your chest. If you have to, you can even grab your own pants, your legs, right where your thighs are and assist. We're just going to lift up a little bit. So you don't have to get all radical on this. It's just we're really focusing now on our abs. So as you come up, think about strengthening and tightening your abs as you're coming up. We have to work really hard on making our abs stronger so that you can continue to be active and you can continue to do all the things that you want to do. Whenever possible, try to do some of these each week. All right, let's stand up nice and slow. Up next, we have Superman with a little knee at the end. It may take you a couple of times to kind of get the hang of this. There is some balance there and some technique. Just throw our arms up and kick our leg back. Be careful now, I don't want you to fall down. Those of you that may have a little bit of issues with your back, don't even throw your leg out. Just kind of lean forward and stretch your arms up. Make sure we switch legs there. We're just going to keep doing them. Very good, looking good. Look at you. All right, and time. It's time to do elbow to knee with a shuffle. So it's elbow to the opposite knee with a shuffle if you can. We're going to go side to side. Now, if you have lots of room and you want to really shuffle and clear a lot of ground, do it. But if not, it's no problem. Hey, do you realize we're getting close to being done? Come on, let's keep on pushing. Let's go. Keep going. You're going to like these exercises. And time. All right, up next, cross leg kneeling. Just going to put your leg behind your front leg and kneel down. Notice we have our hands up. Okay, so just drop right down. Make sure you keep your back straight. Okay, once again, just if you can, stay up with my speed. If not, you can slow it down some, no problem. If you can get deeper or lower than what I'm going, do it. All right, and time. Next up, leg touches again. So we're going to lift our leg up and we're going to touch, but this time a little bit different. I want you to draw a big circle with your arms. Really great for the shoulders. So a big circle, touch the top of your leg. Keep going. Come on, push it. Let's go. All right, time for a little breather. Up next, we're going to run in place. Run in place is up next. Get ready to run in place. All right, let's get after it. Run in place. If you can, bring your knees up. If not, just keep your knees nice and low. Oh, it feels so good to exercise. Keep it up. Looking good. All right, and time. Up next, we have toe touches again. And make sure you're doing the full motion with these. If you notice, we're going to stay down this time. We're not going to come up. Okay, so full twisting motion. Once again, if you have low back problems, you're not going to twist that far. You don't even have to bend all the way over. Just do the best you can. Man, only 3 more exercises. Look at you, you're almost done. And time. Time for a little break. Now, up next, we're going to touch the bottom of our foot, but behind us. Now, you can use a chair for this one if you'd like. Now, it kind of looks like we're doing a jumping jack and then reaching behind us, touching the bottom of our foot. And I'm going to do a couple just so you can get used to it. Then now we're going to alternate. See that? So we're going to alternate left, right, left now. We're going to do a few extra of these because it's a very beneficial exercise. So don't give up. Come on, you got this. We're coming up on the end now. Keep going. Come on. Make sure you're breathing. Keep going. Let's go. There's the timer, so we're coming up on our 10-second break. All right, and time. Up next, we have side kicks. Side kicks. Now, you can do these from a chair if you'd like. All right, our hands are up, and we're just kicking to the side. Kicking to the side. Notice we're alternating from the left to the right. Doesn't matter how high you kick, guys. Could be ankle height. It doesn't matter. This doesn't really look like a good side kick anyways. It's just for the workout. You realize you only have 1 more exercise. Come on. 1 more. Yes. Little breather. Now we have bending stretch with your legs as wide as you can this time, okay? So legs wide apart as we stretch forward with our chin up, hands on our waist. Okay, and I want you to stretch back a little bit too. Looking good. Man, you're going to feel so great today, both mentally and physically. Hey, if you end up a little sore, man, that's a good thing. Don't worry about it. Give it 1 or 2 days and then do it again. Man, let's get in good shape together. All right, that's it. Congratulations, you did it. I'm so proud of you. How do you feel? Yes. How do you feel? Don't forget to drink lots of water. No pop, okay? And don't forget to subscribe and like so that you can get the next video. God bless you, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Fitness and Faith. Bye-bye, guys.